Hello friends, today we're talking about section 50 and 51 of Transfer Property Act. Let us understand what is section 50 and 51 of Transfer of Property Act. I will not legal I will not read the legal language of the section. Let us understand what is mean rent bona fide paid to the holder under defective title. In other words, what it says is there is a lesser and lessee. In such a case, a landlord lets a building to a lessee and lessee is under bona fide belief that the lesser is collected is entitled to receive the rent. Now, after some time, the lesser, without informing the lessee, transfers his right. That is, he sells the right in the land, right for interest in the property. That is, for consideration, sells the property to somebody else. Say B. Let us take an example: A, B, and C, and we will say B as tenant, and A sells the entire property to C. B is not aware of the transaction. When B is not aware of the transaction, he presumes, takes it for granted that A is the landlord and keeps paying the rent to A. Under such circumstances, C will not once again ask rent from A, rent from B. I stand corrected. Rent from B. This is what it said in rent bona fide paid to holder and defective title, because with the title when he was a lessee under the lesser, that is under A had a bona fide title. So under that presumption, the rent was being paid to A. Now C cannot fasten B once again with liability. This is what section 50 says. Now let us move on to section 51. Section 51 is nothing but, now you see a picture here. Now there is a house and a banana plantation and a mango trees. So in this case, let's start with an example first. Now A is a de facto guardian. In law, a de facto guardian has no authority at all. For a time being, he is a manager of a person and he acts for a person who is a minor. But the law confers no authority to him to do any act on behalf of the minor. Because he is not appointed by the court, neither is a natural guardian in the sense mother or father, or appointed by the court. So D, in good faith, purchases the property, purchases land for a valuable consideration. Now, after purchasing the property, he makes substantial improvement. That is, you can see a house on the land now, and you can also see a mango farm and along with the banana plantation. Though he has made a substantial improvement on the property. Now, what happens then? So, when improvement have been made on the property, and the person who had sold the property to him, that is A, who was a de facto guardian, he did not have that authority to sell the property because in law, a de facto guardian is not a guardian at all in IF law. So the better title lies in favor of C. C can rescind the contract because he has got a better title. Such being the case, now D is in absolute trouble. Since D has made substantial improvement in the property, he has put on a house, he had paid sale consideration to A. Now he has put on a house and also improved a plantation, that is his grown plants. He has had a banana farm, and what do you say, a mango farm on his land. Now, having incurred such expenses, having improved his land, obviously the value of the asset increases. Now, in such cases, D also has the remedy before the court. Before the court itself, the law also provides him a remedy. What is the remedy? The remedy is that when C, that is the absolute owner, he has two choices. He has to either make good the improvement which D has made on the land. The improvement, when I say improvement, it refers to the market value, whatever investment he has done, and the current market value, whatever is running in the market, that current market value he has to give. Or he has to sell the entire interest in the property to C. That is, he has to entire sell the whatever interest he has got in the property to C. So these are two options available to C. And in case he pays the market value or compensation part to D, that is compensation part to D. C pays the compensation part to D. Then he has to allow him to have the right to ingress, that is, enter into the land and egress, come out of the land, so that he can carry out his crops which have been grown on the land. This is what Section 51 says. And what are the conditions required for Section 51? Now I'll read the condition. Conditions are: person claiming compensation should be transferee. The person who has received who is claiming compensation should be a transferee of the land. The person should have got the land in his custody, and he should believe in bona fide. He should have believed in good faith that the person who is selling the property had some title to the property. Improvement should have been done on the property. Now, improvement should have been made on the property only to invoke this section. Improvement should have been done. Now, improvement should have been done on the property. Seller can either sell his interest, he has to, as I told you, seller has two options. Either he can sell his interest in the property or pay the compensation for the improvement. And the compensation or sale will be in accordance with the market value. Whatever is the market value of the crop or the trees which is running in the market, the same amount has to be paid to the transferee, that is, person who has purchased the property. Or if he is unable to do so, he has to sell his interest in the property, and for that the transferee has to pay the current market value of the property. This is what Section 51 of the Transfer of Property Act says. Thank you.